I guess something I've been thinking about is how time passes, and how we desire things in our present, no matter how obtainable or unobtainable they may seem, and we struggle in the moment with things. And we make such a big deal out of it, you know? Like, our struggles just seem so big when they're here. And then when they're gone and they've worked themselves out, it's like, what were we worried about in the first place, you know? I was looking through my diary, well, one of my journals that I just write a lot in. Let's see if we can get better lighting. It's okay. You get the gist. And I found something I wrote maybe a few years ago, 2 years ago maybe. There's no date, so I imagine. And I wrote, my greatest desires: to fall in love, to find the love within myself, and to become less selfish. And I found that today. I was looking through this journal, and now, being in the midst of this pandemic, this quarantine, I've had time to spend really quality time with myself, my own thoughts, my own emotions. And it's given me the opportunity to really think about a lot of very deeper truths about myself and about the world that we are in. And so I just think it's so interesting. My greatest desires: to fall in love, to find the love within myself, and to become less selfish. Okay. That's crazy, because when I first went on my gap year, which was the beginning of this whole year, I set an intention, a goal for myself, to find self-love. That was my goal. And so I imagine that's maybe when this was written, maybe right before my gap year. And it's wild, because on this gap year, I did discover self-love just by spending time with myself in solitude, and by playing guitar and writing songs and finding the beauty within myself that I didn't really know was there before, because I just had never explored it. And so my goal was self-love for the year, and I absolutely accomplished it. And it took on a much greater love, more than just surface level, more than just a love for my physical attributes or my personality, but more of the deepest parts of my psyche, the deepest parts of who I am as a being in this life, in this crazy, weird world that doesn't seem to make much sense at all, but also all the sense. You know, everything has a purpose, everything fulfills its purpose, and everything affects everything else. And it's all just so perfect, designed by a god or a force of nature that is just miraculous. And there is life everywhere, and I am life, and the possibilities of life, that's what I realized today. When life is created, the possibilities are endless for whatever it wants to be, whether it be a human being or a beautiful tree that will grow and be there for decades, perhaps. The realm of possibilities that are opened with the mere creation of life in any form is just, it's the most spectacular thing, you know? And so I look back at this entry: to fall in love. These are my greatest desires, about probably 2 years ago. To fall in love, to find the love within myself, and to become less selfish. Wow. You know, and it's crazy when you look back at things you've written from a younger perspective of yourself, and you're like, holy shit, like how was I so lost? You know, this was quite a hopeful journal entry, but some of them are very, just like so angsty and so stuck in the moment. And of course, you know, you're upset and you write something down, you put all your anger into it and you feel better. Journaling, writing things down is a wonderfully therapeutic technique, so I highly suggest, if you don't already write things down, you should probably start. I'm a big advocate of that now, you know, because then you'll look back at it in a few years and see where your priorities were lying, and you'll see the change that you've uncovered within yourself. And I was in tears when I was looking through my journals. I had no idea of the infinite potential that I hold within myself, that I now see just from spending time with myself, just from spending time with my own mind, my own body, and discovering a sense of spirituality that I never thought I would have uncovered simply by being in my own peace, you know? And so it's really powerful to think about how much we've grown just as individuals, you know? And I don't think we give ourselves enough credit. We're always focusing on our flaws and what's wrong with us, but what about the things that we've accomplished? I said, okay, I want to be in love. I want to find love with myself. I have found love within myself. And now I spread it outward. And now I don't even, truthfully, in this moment in time, I'm sure my headspace will change, as it does all the time, because change is the natural order of things, of life. But I'm not even searching for love from outward sources now, because I have enough within myself. And I have enough within this newfound concept of spirituality, with the universe and with a God that is made of pure love and pure light, and is the essence of life itself, and is all around me, you know, is in beautiful nature, and is in me, a natural being of this earth, and is in you, a natural being of this earth. And I just don't think we give ourselves enough credit. We are just as much beings of pure light and pure creation, pure possibility as everything else. And that is the most beautiful thing, because once you can wrap your mind around that concept, that I am the same as this beautiful natural earth that I walk upon, and that I feel so much love from, and I see so much beauty in, that it is exactly the same as me, and it is the same as you. Our souls are made of pure crystal light, you know, and we're alive. We have been given the gift of life from whatever force you believe in or don't believe in. Listen to those birds. So alive. There's so much life everywhere. It's just incredible. It's the most powerful thing. To just be with nature, or to just be with yourself, because you are nature, and to discover your own nature. I wonder what would happen if every person on this planet had the time and took the time to find their own peace, to find their own serenity. You know, whether that be through meditation or discovering some beautiful form of a connection with nature, with the world around us, and then being in thought, writing things down. That's a great way to be, in thought. If you don't even know what's going on in your mind, if you just start writing things down, you'll be amazed, you know? I mean, we underappreciate ourselves so much. We don't understand our potential, and we don't even give it the time of day to allow itself to form. But if we did, imagine how successful we would be. Imagine how fulfilled people would be if they would just allow their minds to think what they want, and then to lead that to further thought, and to have an open mind and an open heart to things like the topic of God and the topic of our connectedness with nature and the topic of self-exploration and being in one's own peace. To simplify life is to find fulfillment. To simplify this human existence, this human experience that we overcomplicate constantly for no reason other than to derail ourselves from fulfillment, from joy, from discovering all the love within ourselves. And the reason that that's so important is because once we find the love within ourselves and once we discover our own natural abilities, we can figure out how to put those into use, how to spread love outward, so that not only I feel it, but then it would just naturally feel the need to be expressed. And kindness is the easiest way to express love outward. By smiling at people, by being kind, by complimenting them, by asking how they are, by getting out of our own worlds and realizing that what we are is no different than what they are, what other people are, what this beautiful natural world is. There is no difference. The birds welcome me. They don't attack me. I am not an outsider to them. We are the ones who make all the distinctions between what is right and what is wrong, and what this tree is and what I am. Everything you believe about the concept of what we all are is only a human ideology, all of it, because it's what you've been taught and then it's what you've believed, but it's not real. Something else I wrote that I thought was interesting. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. Take pride in that, always. For there is infinite beauty in the openness of such an acceptance of God and of eternal life. Do not let the evils of a disillusioned society overtake your truth, the ultimate truth. I am a child of the universe. I am a child of God. I am love. I am light. I am love. I am light. Doesn't get much more truthful than that, does it? You know, it's what we're all made of. This life force energy that has been breathed into every living creature, every living individual on this planet has the gift of life. You are given this beautiful gift of experience, of human experience, the intelligence to question everything, the imagination that is so vast that you can literally make things up and make them into your reality by manifesting. I mean, it's so incredibly powerful, this existence that we've been granted, that we've been gifted, that we have been blessed by whatever God, whatever force created all of this life, and that exists in the essence of life itself, which we know is within me and is within you, is within the water that flows and the trees that grow, and is within every living creature. We have been given this gift of life. So why should we waste it? Why should we waste our time worrying about things that we have no control over? Why should we make things up in our minds to make ourselves miserable or to make others miserable? What is the purpose? But if you can open your mind to the fact that you are capable of absolutely anything and absolutely everything, if you can just accept that fact, that simple fact, that you are a being of pure light, of cosmic energy, and you can create magic in your mind and in your body, and you can send it outward if you so please, and you have been gifted this wonderful gift of life. And so if you can start to accept that and think about that and form it into your own mind, your own reality, what makes sense to you, if you can wake up every day and put yourself in the mentality, consciously put yourself in the mentality, say to yourself, this is going to be a good day. This day is full of possibility. And it is. And you are merely this beautiful, beautiful, eternal flame that is existing on the same plane that I am and that everything else is existing in this very moment. This moment will not come again. It is happening right now. And so don't allow yourself to be so caught up in the future, worrying about what will happen, worrying about what has happened in the past. If you have no control over it, let it go. Just let it go. Shake it out of your body. Take a few breaths. Because this life that you have been gifted is far too precious to waste on negative thoughts, negative feelings that have no place in your body and will only cause you pain and grief and suffering. Why should you put yourself through that when you are just this being of pure light that shines from inside out, as long as you accept that fact and you choose to consciously control your thoughts? When negative thoughts come in, just let them go. Shake it out and say, why? Why is this thought in my head? I don't want it there. It doesn't belong here. This is a place of light and love. I am love. I am light. Say that to yourself whenever you feel suffering from these thoughts that are creating turmoil in your mind. They aren't real. They are only an illusion. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself, first and foremost. It is not selfish to be kind to yourself. It is not selfish to respect your own thoughts and your own peace, and to long for answers from this infinitely mysterious and magical universe that we have been gifted to exist in. It is so beautiful, so beautiful. The gift of life. So don't take it for granted. Be conscious of the thoughts that come into your awareness. If they're negative, if they're doubtful, if they're thoughts of self-doubt, the enemy to all success, let them go. Just let them go. Let them fly away, upward and outward, out of your realm of consciousness, because you don't need them there. Be grateful. Allow yourself to be grateful. If you feel so drawn, allow yourself to get down and pray. Allow yourself to ask your ancestors, your spirit guides, your God, to guide you on this journey, to show you the truth, to open your eyes, and to get you out of the disillusionment of the human life that you have led so far. Because you see, once you can draw a line between the thoughts that are good for you and are good for this society and this world and this experience of existence that you have been so blessed to be experiencing, remind yourself to be present, to take a few breaths and to look around you, to notice the beauty that maybe you never would have seen before, and to allow thoughts of mysticism and magic to come into your reality, to allow this strange, strange existence to be more than it portrays to your human eyes. Because magic is in the air, and magic is in you. Magic is the gift of life. It is so miraculous, and it is so deep, and it is so bursting with possibility. And that is the magic in itself. That there is no limit on this existence, on the power of your mind and of your heart. If you say things to yourself repeatedly like, I am love, I am light. I am an infinite being of this universe. Because you are. It's just the truth. You are life. You are life force energy. It has been breathed into you. And that is a gift. So allow yourself to be grateful. Do not take shame in saying thank you for this gift of life. Be present in your body and in your experience. Allow yourself to feel what you feel. Because that is the beauty of being a human. We experience things, we think, we feel, and we grow. We grow from everything. Everything is a learning experience. Every challenge that we conquer, every heartbreak that we overcome, they will not kill us. And these negative thoughts will not kill you. They have no control over you. And you have all the control over them. All you have to do is accept that fact and begin to practice being present, being thoughtful, being grateful, saying thank you out loud to the universe that bore you, that gave you this wonderful gift of life, this incredible human intelligence that is all capable. Accept that you are an infinitely capable being, and that the reality you see is only the reality in your mind, because no other creature is experiencing the same thing that you are right now. So take pride in that. Take pride in this moment, in this existence. And most importantly, take pride in who you are. Do not let doubt come into your consciousness. If it does, breathe through it. Question it. Is that thought good for your overall being? Will it make you happy? Will it lead to your fulfillment? If not, let it go. Shake it out of your body. Do not allow yourself to become victim to this disillusioned society. There's no use. It's no good for you or anyone else. Allow yourself to question things, to be open-minded, to have an open heart, to not hear the topic of spirituality or God and to shun it. Why? To have a closed mind is the enemy of the imagination. Be the being that you are, that you were designed to be. Do not settle for a closed mind. It's not in your nature. Your nature wants you to question and explore every concept that makes no sense at all, because in that, you find truth. We are incredibly intelligent, and once we search for something, we often end up finding it, or more like it finds us when we're least expecting it. There's a lot in this life that doesn't seem to make sense at first, but once we start to really question it, it takes on a whole nother life. And that is the most beautiful thing. So be proud of your existence. Take pride in the fact that you are a living, breathing being in this moment in time. A true gift, a true blessing. Be grateful. Say thank you to the universe or to God or to yourself. Embrace the world by looking at it through the eyes of childlike wonder. Allow yourself to be amazed at what you find. This existence is mystical and it is miraculous. And it makes, in a lot of ways, no sense at all, but in a much broader way, it makes all the sense in the world. So allow yourself to search for answers. Allow yourself to be open to every possibility so that you can learn and interpret and feel and grow. We learn from everything, every single thing we learn from, and we are bettered because of it. So allow yourself to feel, to think, and to grow. But you don't get there without first opening your mind, your heart, and allowing yourself to see these truths for whatever they may be, not what you've been taught to believe that they are. I'm sending you all the light and the love in the world. I wish you luck on this beautiful journey of self-discovery, self-healing, and self-love. Because you deserve it. You are an infinite being, capable of anything at all. All you have to do is seek the answers. Seek your own truth. Discover your capabilities. Be kind, send love outward and upward, and God bless. Thanks for watching. Bye!